as I can see, even on Wall Street, we had very flat moves coming in.
Absolutely, Ankita. Very good morning to you, first of all. Now, U.S. equities, they closed almost flat, like you said. The Dow slipped just about 34 points. The S&P 500, that, edged down about 0.01%, while the Nasdaq, that inched up 0.03%. Weakness in big tech was seen with the Meta falling about 2.3% and Microsoft down 0.6%. That capped the broader gains in tech stocks. Now, focus now, of course, shifts to the Fed Chair Jerome Powell's speech at Jackson Hole Symposium in this week as to what will happen at the central bank's remaining policy meetings this year. Meanwhile, the markets are also eyeing talks at the White House between President Trump, Zelenskyy, and European leaders. Now, remember, Trump has said negotiations to obtain peace in the years-long war prompted by Russia's invasion of Ukraine can take place, while both countries are still fighting, dropping his earlier calls for a ceasefire. So all eyes are now on the outcome of this meeting. That's how the U.S. markets have shaped up overnight. But how are things looking at the crude front?
Well, absolutely, Kanishka. We are watching out for what happens at Jackson Hole because that's an important cue to watch out for. Largely, 25 bips rate cut is what we're expecting in the month of September, but there could be a surprise. So we are waiting and watching out for what will be the outcome of that. But as far as the oil prices are concerned, oil prices rose on Monday after U.S. and Ukraine presidents held talks in Washington in the wake of an inconclusive U.S.-Russia summit that happened in Alaska on Friday. Now, Brent crude futures rose 75 cents or 1.1% to close in at $66.6 a barrel. The WTI also gained 62 cents or closed at 0.9% to settle in at $63.42 a barrel. Now, last week, Brent had eased 1.1% and the WTI had dropped 1.7%. Investors are watching for clues on potential ramifications for global oil supply, with potential for either tightening of sanctions or a step towards reconciliation. So, largely what we are seeing are, as far as crude is concerned, we are seeing a moderation coming in crude, but yesterday we saw a bit of a jump up coming in on crude prices.
All right, so that's about commodities, but let's also shift